by all means, put all your contact details in the chat. I worked out something super cool. I was talking to Jeff Sheen about it earlier. Actually, I will do it again. And this is what I want you guys to do. When you put your contact details into the chat box, before you press enter, go into the little file icon at the bottom of your chat box. It looks like a piece of paper with a corner turned down. Go in there, find a picture of yourself. If you've got a QR code, put that in, right? And then press enter and see what happens. It's so very cool. So I'm just going to do it again. And so there you go. Here's a little educational snippet for today. I worked this out earlier in the week in my sales class. It said, hey, let's test this. It works beautifully. And another picture. Here we go. All right. Pretty cool, hey? So
big.
But it's one thing to put, say, your contact details in and then think, oh, I might do it. QR codes. Get used to putting QR codes. If you've got a QR code, put it into the chat box. Not necessarily all the time. It might be on a background screen and they can QR code it, but often they have to pin you when everybody's in there. And while it's there, it's okay to double up. You cannot hurt yourself from overexposure. So put it into the chat box. It doesn't transfer later when you copy and paste things. It is downloadable though, so someone can click on it and then end up downloading it to their computer. And if anyone can tell me why that's a bad thing, your QR code or your picture showing up on someone else's computer when they leave the Zoom, please let me know why that's a bad thing, but I can't see it as bad. It's all advertising. So there's lots of things you can do with that in the chat box. But by putting it before you press enter into the chat box, well, of course, it lines everything up in a row, which is super cool. So it sits right underneath. So, because if you have a look at Dr. Chris's, Dr. Chris has his, where's his details?
It's big. It's been taken over the universe. It's that big. I don't know why. In fact, Stuart should be able to answer that question. Stuart, if you've got your coffee, can you answer the question as to why my QR code is so bloody massive?
Well, so that everyone can see it. Look, I'll tell you why. It's a good thing, so everybody can see it. But notice Dr. Chris put his details in first, and then he went looking for his QR code, because now I'm stuck in the middle of his stuff.
It's a very simple answer.
You know why I'm stuck in the middle of it.
Your QR code aligns directly with your IQ level. Yes, sir.
Aligns directly with my what?
With your IQ level. That's why it's so huge.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. I thought you said iTunes level. Okay. What's that got to do with QR codes?
I know why my picture's...
I accept that. I accept that. Yeah, thank you, Stuart. Thank you for that compliment. I'll take that as being the piss take that it is.
And clearly mine is small. Mine is small. Hey, Renee, and I know why mine didn't have my contact details above it. I didn't put it in. I just opened up the file. All right, let's get started.